on the ulti super easily, so plenty of engage power here on the side of Cloud9. And remember that Yone is such a scary champion. Because his damage is perfectly split between physical and magical, itemizing defensively against him is incredibly difficult. His E allows him to just jump back out as soon as he goes in. It is very difficult. Remember that if you're trying to time your CC on Yone to blow him up before he's able to snap back to his position, if he is CC'd while the time...
Perkz knows to hub to that other side of the map. Vulcan makes his way through, finishes off the rotation, but he's caught now.
Oh. They're going in. Svenskeren is stuck. He might just be killed off. Perkz looking to go even further. Now falling back a little bit. Goes underneath the enemy turret. Perkz will not quite get the kill, but the Ignite will do it. And in his first game in the LCS, Perkz will get first blood. Vulcan trying to walk away and escape the counterattack, but he cannot do so, and Jizuke gets one in return.
Yep, counter kill here for Jizuke. Not going to let them have the last laugh, and they do stay very competitive in gold with the counter kill going over Perkz. High enough health now that he can actually force a lot as well. But Jizuke has to continue playing aggressively. He's pushing up the wave once again as Impact goes down to try and deny some more CS and harass Perkz under tower.
EG coming in, trying to make some sort of a play here. Perkz has to go back to his soul point. This is what you were talking about, Kobe. That's what's punishable about Soul Unbound. He must return to the origin point, and as soon as he does, EG does the three-man collapse to blow him up.
And it only takes under 8 minutes. Yone doesn't have to wait the full duration to snap back. And it was trying to get him with a little bit of predictive stun. It was definitely too early. You can try and wait until you get a little bit of a visual cue if you can see him towards the end, but there's a sleep that lands.
All right, fight starting out. Ignar grabbing a taunt onto 2, but the real threat is on Svenskeren. Sven grabbing the kill on that one as the Ornn ulti comes through, charging into the mid lane. Ignar gets knocked up by that one, but nobody else is close enough. Definitely continuing now on the run, but Bambi is flying like a bat out of hell and sending Kai'Sa straight there on a one-way ticket. Blabber picks up the third kill of the game for Cloud9.
And now it should be Cloud9 just turning that pressure up to 10. Again, so many forms of long-range engage. They get it there. Blabber lands the double sleep, and Vulcan has an easy time lining up that solar flare into the culling from Sven for these river kills and the first dragon of the game. Now that you've got this tipping point, with the extra Cloud9 kills coming in, plus the first dragon for themselves, they really can start to use this time advantage to get the deeper wards around this bottom part of the map. They've been seeding...
Will send his opponent home.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job keeping up that pressure on mid lane for EG. Rift Trail used here really, really deep by Cloud9 in their own territory. Blabber
once again finding a multi-man sleep onto 2. Ignar trying to block, save a little bit of time here. Sven exhausted, still getting the culling off to the side, but definitely has now approached, looking to take him down. Svenskeren grabbing the kill onto Blabber. Locked down on the enemy jungler. Svenskeren is dead. Sven getting himself away from Deathly. Vulcan on the run from Impact, who's in the Dominus, looking to chase them down. Fudge is now also here, looking to see if maybe he can facilitate some sort of a turnaround here for the rest of his team. The Plasma procs. Fudge continues moving forward. Impact going to turn right back around, grabbing the kill onto Sven, who overcommits. But now Perkz has arrived into the fight, and he's looking to make some plays. Fudge grabs the kill into Impact. There goes your fate sealed. Perkz with the ulti onto 2, flashing forward and slashing around and making sure that nobody from Evil Geniuses is getting away from this one. Galio ulti coming in, keeping Jizuke alive. Perkz sticking around a little bit too long, taunted up and beaten down. The winds of war are blowing, and Perkz finds himself in the ground yet again. Good moves coming out here from Evil Geniuses.
Surprise! Ignar is back up, and that Galio ult is still available.
I mean, could not have been more clutch. Ignar showing up, keeping this game close. Easily our closest day of the game, Kobe. Evil Geniuses looking good here, going up against one of the rosters that everyone was expecting the most from in Cloud9. But Evil Geniuses guaranteeing that it's not just going to be an easy win for them. As Fudge, half HP underneath the top lane turret, using the ulti there, knocking Jizuke up into the air, charging forward as Svenskeren shows up too, and there's no way Jizuke is going to drop in that one. 4-man effort, as you can also see Ignar had rotated up to the fight just in case. Evil Geniuses will tie this game up in kills at 7-7. And they'll look to tie it up in turrets as well by taking down the tier 1, and that's got us at a dead even match.
And I want to say, especially from the part of Jizuke here, because Evil Geniuses, a lot of people have trouble kind of in the play from so many of these players. And we really thought Jizuke was for sure going to have his hands full with perks in mid lane, but he has been playing so aggressively on this Syndra, keeping up that pressure and being able to utilize his teammates' zoning very well to go deathless, as well as opening up some possibilities there for EG, as they did take down the top side, plus using Rift-Herald mid is going to be their answer for the Dragon for Cloud9. And as you said previously, it's not going to be a super early Dragon Soul stack because of how late the first one was taken. So they do have time getting some gold from the outer towers.
Even if Cloud9's able to grab the next 2 Drakes, it'll still be sometime around 27, 28 minutes before that soul would become active. Start it up with a CC and then the rest can follow. You need to be able to break that chain at some point or you're just dead on a squishy melee like what Yone is. Looks like EG might be able to secure their next tier 1 turret here, but at the same time it's Cloud9 pushing up the mid lane wanting to do the same, and there you go. EG will complete the outer ring. 3 tier 1 turrets down now as Impact tries to defend the tier 1 mid.
And with the big commitment for EG towards bottom side of the map to get that outer tower for themselves, they do leave open on the top side here. Cloud9 get a bit of a counter pull.
Ready to go. Here's a hint. It's all of them. This fight should turn into an absolute bloodbath. I'm expecting it to end in an ace one way or the other. Let's see how that way is going to go. Ignar initiating, only finding the taunt now onto the front line. Meanwhile, Impact going into the back. You can see Blabber diving in, but he immediately gets himself killed. Shotgun versus a deer. What'd you think was going to happen? Cloud9 now trying to fight back from a 4v5 deficit, but the enemy top laner is nearly dead. Impact will have a very difficult time. Impact will have a very difficult time even getting in range to use the Gore Drinker at that health threshold. So a pretty even fight here between the two sides. Definitely not an ace, pretty far from it. But Evil Geniuses gets control over the river, and they will stop Cloud9's soul stack.
And that was so much Impact team fighting. I mean, this was one of the big signings of the offseason as well. That was just kind of overshadowed by a lot of the other ones that had these big price tags attached to them. But Impact Renekton gets in, like the minion waves to get the pressure on their side. That being said, again, the fearsome engage is always there. And if you've got the deeper wards on the side of EG, they have so far been able to navigate it.
Okay, Crocodile versus Samurai. What do we got? Well, couldn't even finish asking the question. I could not put the punctuation mark at the end of the sentence before Perks was already dead. 2, 3, and 1 now here on the Yone, and Impact is flexing those top lane muscles. And I like what you pointed out.
Yone ultimates come right back up. Again, like we talked about earlier, we're keeping very close track of the carry flashes here for EG. Because of the comp that Cloud9 are running here with such a dive-heavy focus, that is going to be one that both teams are keeping in mind here for the setup. As Perks goes in for round number 2 with the tower. No Jizuke
there we go.
To protect it.
Second time's the charm. Perks got that sucker this time, and he's going to make sure that his team keeps this game as close as possible until they got something else to fight over here. We got the Infernal Drake alive for the second time this game, but he's quickly going to die again. These poor Drakes are just getting bullied all day long. Spawned, died immediately. Drake's tied up 2-2, and with Evil Geniuses now stacking those Infernal Drakes, the damage is real. When you've got a Renekton in the top lane, Graves in the jungle, so much. Fudge now without an ult means that Evil Geniuses feel safer invading the enemy jungle, knowing they can't be punished by that huge AoE engage. They're going to move in, steal some of these wolves away here, and continue pushing up, pressuring now onto the tier 2 and bottom.
Yeah, more effective use here from EG, using their strongest point, like we talked about, the Renekton side lane here, backed up by a Galio ultimate. Basically forcing down, getting a brute force secondary tower kill here on the other side, and opening up a longer area with. Now, again, they just have to retreat, wait for Galio ultimate, but Sven dashes already.
Oh, Sven flashing away just in time. Impact looking to flash on top of him. Get that point and click stun would have sealed his fate. But the reaction times are good enough to get Sven out of there. Another turret falling. 5-2 the turret count this game, Kobe, and it's a 3,500 gold lead for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, the slow, methodical use here. They gain the advantage bottom side with impact.
In particular, not doing this YOLO crap where you just run around by yourself and nobody else knows what you're doing and you're just split pushing the whole time, but playing to your strengths of roaming around and setting things up while also playing with the rest of the team and getting back when you need to. Definitely in Perks in a 1v1. Perks going for the knockup, but the stasis is there and Perks is down. Enemy mid laner already out of the picture. That should be a green light for Evil Geniuses to look for even more. Dominus coming out here from Impact, but he doesn't want to go in any further. Sven dropping the culling, making sure they have an escape route. Impact the northern Cloud9 jungle yet again.
And let's see, they do have a decent turn for EG because Syndra stunned, super long range, and it's ultimate available for Jizuke, so you can pop somebody.
And there it is. Blabber forced into the stasis here yet again. Vulcan having to back away now too. Ignar with the flash, keeping himself alive. Vulcan can't say the same. He is down. Fudge stunned up. Scatter the Weak doing just that. Fudge does get away with the flash. Cloud9, although they lose their support, they have kept Evil Geniuses occupied long enough to prevent them from doing the same here with this one. Ignar had to go back to the base. He has no summoners. He has no ultimate. He will have to walk it all the way back to this bottom side river, but it doesn't look like that's any concern of anyone's, as Evil Geniuses will take their third Drake in a row uncontested.
It's looking so good for this EG squad now. With all the hype around the off-season pickups for Cloud9, it is big plays from Impact. It is Jizuke.
Baron down to half HP. Cloud9 approaching means EG backs away. They do not want to risk any sort of a foolish throw on a 50-50 or some other silliness. Instead, it's Vulcan initiating the fight, and now we're going to be starting it up. Impact in the middle of 4, looking to find the damage onto Blabber, blowing him up with the health of Deathly. Perks versus Jizuke in a 1v1 in the top half of the river. Perks is going to win out on that one, but Cloud9 has lost the 4v4. It's a 1-for-1 overall thanks to Perks winning that 1v1 up there away from the rest of the fight. EG cannot re-engage now. You can see there, mid laner might be in a very compromised position. Fudge stuck away from the rest of the fight. Still might be able to summon up the ulti to use it here. Already used it, didn't work out so hot. Lilia now using the sleep to keep these guys occupied. Drake has been started. Scarin on the back side of the pit. Could get involved and try to steal. No, he could not. Perks going over the wall. Perks with the damage. Perks with the kill. Drake secured by Cloud9. It is a 3-3 Drake count now, as Scarin is the only casualty of the fight.
Oh, another stun!
Oh, the stun's coming out though. Vulcan trying to get himself away, thrown up into the air, taunted down now. Big three-man taunt coming out from Ignar, but Vulcan somehow lives and Ignar will not. Vulcan has got to be sweating on that one as Impact comes in from behind the fight. He finds the kill onto the enemy AD carry, and he's looking for even more on the jungler now. Definitely goes on a rampage as Perks goes too far deep into the tier 1 turret. He's taken down right there. Evil Geniuses, they had a bad fight at the start, but Cloud9 overstays their welcome, and EG is still not going to be able to kill him too effectively here. Perks approaching from the side, goes for the ulti, immediately taunted up. CC coming out. Goodbye, Perks, or is it? Resurrection now coming through. Guardian Angel popping off. Where's the rest of the damage going to be? Perks in some trouble getting away into the rest of the team, and there is Impact. There's your Gourd Drinker. Somebody should have bought some grievous wounds. Impact makes a 1v4 move into the back line and picks up a couple. Evil Geniuses 5v3 on the map.
Another pick here for EG. Another pick here for EG onto Perks, starting it out, and they forced them back through their own jungle. That's going to be Baron Flowers. That should be the breaking point, because this Baron will last until the Infernal Soul spawns. They can keep up the pressure, push on the top side of the map, set themselves up for a dream team fight scenario, or grab the Dragon Soul without Cloud9 trying to contest it if they decide to play it super defensively.
And Blabber even has themselves 10 seconds before the Infernal Soul spawns. Mr. Kobe, 10 seconds, and EG controls the entirety of the map with a 7,000 gold lead. Ultimates are available for every player right now except Ignar, but they're not too worried about it. Infernal Soul with 4 Infernal Drakes claimed by Evil Geniuses. That is so much offensive power.
And they continue to push in. Now, they have such a good extra damage that they need to finish out that burst.
So good. Let's see how Evil Geniuses want to use the rest of this Baron buff. It is about to run out. We'll see how much more they can get. This tier 2 turret up here could be their spot, as Impact's now having to fight up against Vulcan. Dominating the back line. Meanwhile, back in the top lane, definitely going dominating, able to take down Perks. One dead on the side of Cloud9. Everybody's still alive here for Evil Geniuses. Damage coming through, definitely going in. Definitely on the Kaisa is just racking up a whole bunch of bodies here. The man is popping off. And it's a 19-10 game with Impact teleporting into the mid lane to try to smash this inhibitor line.
Yeah, that might look like an end angle here.
Teleporting into the mid lane to try to smash this inhibitor line.
Yeah, that might look like an end angle here even. Let's see, 30 seconds left on Perks to recover, 45 plus here on Fudge and Sven. They're going to go for it. This is EG looking for that victory.
Evil Geniuses, one inhibitor turret down, inhibitor to follow. Now going straight for the jugular. They have no interest in trying to play this slow, round it out, grab the rest of the inhibs. That don't matter. These are Evil Geniuses. And they've got the win taken here against Cloud9 with your Bud Light ace. EG came to play in 2021.
The old gods are falling already. Just